The fog hung thick in the air, shrouding the narrow alleys of London's Whitechapel district in an impenetrable veil. Gas lamps flickered dimly, casting long, trembling shadows onto the cobblestone streets. It was on nights like these, in the late 1800s, that terror walked hand in hand with the creeping mist. They called him Jack the Ripper, an enigma wrapped in a dark cloak, his true identity lost to the annals of time. His prey were the women who wandered alone, their lives a tragic contrast to the opulent mansions just miles away. Among them was Ann Nichols, who found herself treading an all-too-familiar path through the claustrophobic streets. She had made her living here, in the gutters and narrow passageways, and tonight was no different. As she walked, she was unaware that eyes, cold and calculating, were watching her every move. Suddenly, a chilling whisper caught her ear, a sound so soft that it felt like the night itself was speaking to her. She turned, peering into the mist, her heart pounding in her chest. Was it a trick of her imagination? Her steps quickened, but the shadows seemed to close in around her. Fear gripped her, but she could not stop. In a flash, a figure emerged from the mist, a glint of steel catching the faint lamplight. There was no time to scream before strong hands dragged her into the darkness, where her fate would echo through history. The next morning, the sun rose over Whitechapel to reveal the gruesome aftermath. Ann Nichols was the first known victim of Jack the Ripper, the beginning of a reign of terror that would leave 5 women brutally murdered and a city paralyzed with fear. Inspector Frederick Abberline, a stoic man with eyes hardened by years of policing, stood over Ann's mutilated body, vowing to unravel the mystery of the Ripper's identity. He scoured the streets, questioned witnesses, and followed every lead, but Jack the Ripper was an elusive phantom. With each murder, the fear grew greater, whispers of the Ripper haunting every dark corner of Whitechapel. Suspects came and went, theories abounded, but the true identity of Jack the Ripper would remain one of the most chilling mysteries in history. And so, Whitechapel lived in perpetual fear, haunted by the specter of a killer who seemed to melt into the very fog that cloaked the streets, leaving only whispers and gruesome reminders of his presence. Jack the Ripper ceased to be a man and became a legend, a ghostly figure forever intertwined with the dark, fog-shrouded alleys of Whitechapel.